Hi, Ian Dainty here again, talking about 101 marketing questions for business growth. And today we're going to look at question 17, which is why is online marketing so important in today's B2B business world? Now you may think that's kind of a silly question, you got to do it, but it's surprising how many B2B companies don't do online marketing very well. So why is it important? Well, this is why. The globe or the world is shrinking and shrinking, and although you can't put it in the palm of your hand, you almost feel like you can with how well and how quickly you can connect with people around the world. You can do business I live in Toronto. I mean, I've done business with people in Australia. You can't get much further away than that. They're about as far 16 or 18 hours away in time zone. And they're at the bottom end of the world, and we're at the top. So, you do business with people in China, in Brazil, Russia, Europe, England, and obviously in the United States and Canada. So the world is shrinking, and you've got to adapt to it. But there's more to it than that, too, in the online world. And the important reasons for online, let's just look at a few statistics that are very, very key to understanding why you need to have an online presences, and use many platforms to connect with people. 90% of people find you first. Now, this is from a demand gen survey. Used to be 80, now it's 90, and pretty soon it's going to be pretty, up to 95, 98%. So it's growing very quickly. So 90% of people that want to do business with you find you first. Okay? It used to be that, they would call you up and you'd go talk to them, but now they find you first. And they don't call you up. They start with a search. Over 80% start with a search. So they search for companies that they can help solve their problems with. And here's another very interesting statistic. The companies that do these searches, and they're 81% of them, they are more than 50% into the buy cycle before they start their search. So before they even find you. So they're doing work, obviously, within their own premises. They start their search, they find you first, and they're more than 50% into 50 to 60% actually into the buy cycle before they find you. So you've got to be online so they can find you, and you've got to understand how they search for you. If what they're looking for, if the buy a product or service is over $10,000, then 70% of the people looking use 4 or more pieces of information to review it, which obviously includes your website. It may include LinkedIn profiles, etc. So you've got to be online. You've got to have social media. If it's over 10K, 70%, and again, these numbers are just going to keep growing till they approach almost 100%. 4+ pieces of information are reviewed. And different websites. And LinkedIn and B2B is so important. Your website is so important and how they look through it. 78% of executives want you to solve business issues. And the content they look for is, how do you resolve business issues? How do you help me get through my business issues and help me do my job better? 78%. 75% don't want a sales message. Okay, so you can't start. I don't believe that all the time. That I still think that you give 4 or 5 pieces of content, then you got to ask people to buy. I think you still got to lead people through that, but they don't want you to be blasting them with sales messages and nothing else. So 75% of people want no sales messages. They want to find out if you know what you're talking about first. And here's another great statistic, is 75% of executives watch some sort of video each week. So that's why you got to have video on your website, on your blog, and in other platforms that you use, on LinkedIn. They watch these videos. It gets back into the, they start with search and they find you first, and they look for 4 pieces of information before they will buy anything. And part of that is video. Okay? So there's all kinds of other stats out there, but these are so key. It's so important that you have an online presence and that you use online to get people to buy your products and get to your companies. If you have any questions, please email me. Just click the link below and email me. And please send me any questions that you have. Please like this video so that your colleagues and your coworkers and everybody can review it and see how important these questions are. Thanks very much. Until next time.